In today's video, I will talk about achieving physical mastery as achieving a dynamic equilibrium instead of the common misconception that it is about achieving a fixed state. Welcome to the community that is committed to learning and growing together. Apart from talking about achieving an ideal dynamic equilibrium with regard to the physical dimension, I will also identify 4 emotions that can result in behavior or even vices that disrupts or interrupts with our effort of achieving that ideal desired dynamic equilibrium with regard to the physical dimension. In an earlier video, I had identified 3 components of physical dimension. The 3 are our physical body, our physical relationship with other people, and the relationships that we have with our physical possessions, material things. And when we talk about our physical body, the 3 components that we need to address are the health of the physical body, the appearance, and hygiene. Okay? And when we talk about our physical relationships with others, of course, we are talking about relationships that are intimate, and there is no limit to the physical possessions. All kinds of things that we own, whether or not we need it or we just want it, are our physical possessions. So I have made a number of videos about eating right and also exercising when it comes to maintaining an ideal health. And I will continue to make more videos on this topic as a material to support attaining physical health or attaining a dynamic equilibrium with regard to physical health. So what do I mean by dynamic equilibrium with regard to physical health? Okay, when we are concerned about our health, for example, when we are paying attention to eating, we might overdo it, okay, with regard to taking in the right nutrition, which can result in some problems as well. An example, if we are trying out a keto diet, we are going all protein. Consuming too much protein can be bad for people of certain age groups or people with a pre-existing condition like gout. So this is where we have to be very careful about being in a state of dynamic equilibrium instead of being in overgear. So don't overdo things, and also sometimes when we want to lose weight, we might just eat too little, such that we are not even meeting our nutritional needs. So we have to design what we eat carefully with all the knowledge and skills about nutrients, micronutrients, about the needs of our body according to our age, and we have to resort to very objective means of defining the goal that we are trying to achieve with regard to a healthy body. So that's a whole huge topic, and there's a lot of material out there on the internet, and from time to time I do share material that I discover for my own benefits. So I make a recording and put it there, and what I've done so far, I will include a description, or rather I will include a link in the description section below. That's about the physical body. Eating right, exercising. Again, exercising, you could go wrong there if you overdo certain things, carry a weight that's far too heavy for your muscle strength or the strength of your bones according to your age, gender, etc. So there are a lot of details in that area and a lot of teachers who teach about this. I do share material that is specific to my own body, gender and age as well from time to time. Okay, so look out for those. And when it comes to hygiene, sometimes people overdo it again, yeah, using very strong chemicals as deodorant, for example, could in the long run result in very hazardous results for the physical body. Like research shows that using deodorizing products with certain chemical content can lead to breast cancer. So that is something we need to pay attention to. Appearance, makeup, and shampoo, conditioner, all of these may have hazardous effect in the long run. Straightening their hair, using strong chemicals to color the hair, all of these, yeah, this is where we need to strike an equilibrium. Go natural, okay, be willing to put in the hard work. Don't go in search of shortcuts. Don't be extreme in defining your outcomes. Yeah, I have addressed this time and again, these things. Then we move on to our physical relationships with other people. Okay, this is where fidelity, faithfulness, all of these are very important qualities to guide our relationships. And be in balance. When I say be in balance, be intimate, be in love with your partner throughout your life, and you could be undergeared in this dimension, in the sense that especially as we grow older, we lose interest in our partner. So remain rekindling the romance in your relationship and keep it alive. Talking from experience here. Okay, and when it comes to a relationship with physical possessions, cars, handbags, watches, clothes, overgear, too many, too expensive, things that we can ill afford, can bring about us into or rather can result in us going into a financial deadlock situation, into we may run ourselves into huge debts. Yeah, so all of this is not good. But at the same time, being stingy and not giving yourself the best things could also be to your detriment. Like, for example, if you buy very cheap shoes that are not good enough to give your feet the right support, could lead to knee injury. So penny wise, pound foolish. Yeah, so we have to be in a state of dynamic equilibrium when it comes to achieving physical mastery. So physical mastery is all about being in balance, being in a state of dynamic equilibrium. Not too much, not too little. Don't overdo it, don't underdo it. Okay, now I also promised that I will address 4 emotions that leads to behavior or even vices that sabotages us from achieving this physical mastery. The first is laziness or work avoidance. This is directly with regard to our physical health. Okay, so we don't do enough, we don't learn enough, we don't exercise, yeah, we don't want to get moving. So laziness, work avoidance, this is something we need to work on. Again, this is what leads us to go with that hope in a bottle kind of solution to lose weight or to become more beautiful. You know, we want quick fixes because we're basically lazy to go to walk through the entire run of the mill to get to the results that we want. We want quick fixes. So laziness is an emotion that we need to avoid, emotion or a feeling, okay, or that we need to work on avoiding. And second emotion that leads to behavior or even vices is greed. Yeah, greed for too many things. Yeah, so nothing is ever enough, and working on managing greed, I think we have to work on our baseline emotion, where we need to have the ability to derive satisfaction from what we have, which is best, which is ideal, in accordance to our financial muscles, the depth of our pocket or thickness of our purses or wallets, if you will. All right, so the second one is greed, and lust. Lust is what leads to a lot of pain, a lot of hurt for people whom we are intimate with, when we are not able to manage this emotion. This means that a man or a woman could end up having sexual involvement with too many partners, and this is not only to the detriment of a relationship with another human being, but it is also dangerous in the sense that there are a lot of sexually transmitted diseases that could forsake not only your health but the health of your partner. Okay, so this is something that we need to again manage, and managing each of these emotions will be addressed in future videos, how exactly to keep these emotions in check, so that we do not run into overgear and cause damage to ourselves in the physical dimension. All right, and the fourth behavior, or rather the fourth emotion, is insecurity. Now this is a very big one. This creates all kinds of troubles, even at the level of entire nations going into war, like what's happening between Russia and Ukraine now, which has had huge impacts in terms of inflation and price increases throughout the world. Yeah, insecurity. So this is an emotion that is to the detriment of the entire world, but looking at it at the individual level, what this could do is this could create very unhealthy relationships or emotions, derivative emotions towards possessions, such that there is sibling rivalry because siblings are doing unethical things to one another in order to gain from inheritance of parents, like creating a rift between one child and the parent in order to get a bigger share of the inheritance. Perhaps there's so many stories like this going around. So all of these knowledge is needed in order to attain ideal physical mastery, which is a state of dynamic equilibrium or balance rather than a fixed state. So if you like and enjoyed this video, please click like and subscribe, share your comments below, and look out for more videos like this. There will be one coming out every week. Thank you and bye bye. See you real soon.